like shooting stars came crashing down, and we're building back up again now. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Apex Racing TV. Welcome to the BSR MX5 Summer Cup. My name is Andrew Woodhouse, alongside iRacing Road Pro Series champion Alex Simpson. And once again, Alex, as we were last night in the Ritmatech World Challenge, we are here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course in the United States.
Yep. Good evening, everyone. Looking forward to this. So, decent amount of MX5s around Mid-Ohio. I think the racing will be a lot more exciting than what we saw last night. The car will be perfectly poised for some good action around here. Gets enough slipstream to get moves done in the sort of couple of key overtaking places. So yeah, should be a lot of fun. Of course, 4 races, 3 reverse grids with a Wheel of Fortune that I will decide everybody's fate with.
Yes, indeed. Bribes are accepted as normal. It's a little cooler around this circuit as well than it was for last night's race. I think it was 37 degrees track temperature for those guys, and it's 27 degrees for these. So it's going to be one that you go fast and furious with in the early going, and not worry too much about the tyres and the like. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And Adam McNally's put a hell of a lap in qualifying to be on pole position.
So
you can see it there.
Yeah.
Alessio Colonna did go up into second with the last gasp attempt just after the checkered flag fell. So just 1/10 of a second down for him. Jack McIntyre third, Steve Hefford in fourth. He was in second place, Hefford. He did get relegated, like I say, in the dying moments of the session. Anwar Smith in fifth place with Kip Stevens sixth, Alex Cherney seventh, Tobias Cherney eighth, Lee Berridge ninth, Adam Hedgecock 10th, William Daniels 11th, and David Ayres in 12th. 13th for Lon Murray with Carl Hardy in 14th, 15th for Craig Jones, 16th for Michael Barry, 17th Adam Delmont, Michael Keane 18th, Scott Malcolm 19th, and Anthony Jacobson 20th. 21st is John Roberts with Chris Farish behind him, and then it's Stelian Chepelevsky in 23rd, 24th for Daniel Bristow, 25th for Ryan Walker, 26th for Jamie Ayres, 27th Peter Van Gogh, Max Wright 28th, Craig Evans 29th, 30th for Jordan Giddings, 31st Marco Barbanera, 32nd Robert Lundgren, and Peter Knowles rounds out the 33 car field.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to shift the view up a little bit early there. Just very quickly, Tobias Cherney obviously leading the championship with 221-point margin from Steve Hefford. Then it's Anwar Smith in third, Nick McCarron fourth, Jamie Ayres in fifth. So Momo doing a great job there. RSO obviously leading the way with Tobias and Youth Energy. And then it's Ashton, Daniels, Roberts top 3 in the AM, Walker and Malcolm up 2 after last week's meeting. Momo leading by a whopping 1,303 points from Youth Energy in the teams championship. Then it's boosted with Savage Gaming, and then Automech, Not Kill, and Result Clothing.
Perfect. If you're enjoying what you see tonight, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Press the bell icon next to the subscribe button to get our videos first. But speaking of first, this is race 1 of the evening. Who's going to get into turn 1 in the lead? Green light is on. Good start by Adam McNally. Maintains the lead into the first corner. Alessio Colonna just behind him. We know that the Italian is quite forceful in his overtaking, so we'll see if he can get a move done. He might even have a go into the hairpin on the first lap. So McNally got through there. Everyone else seemed to get through okay, which is good to see. Wasn't so clean last week, but hopefully it will be much better this time round, as McNally, scintillating qualifying time. Best qualifying, I think, of his career in BSR. I'm sure of that. Kip Stevens trying to make his way through as well. He's side by side with Lee Berridge, chasing down the RSO cars, the two Cherney brothers, Alex and Tobias. Alex 6th, Tobias 7th. And here comes Colonna. Oh. He was having a look, Alex. Sorry, mate. He's having a little look in there. McIntyre goes round the outside of Hefford into the middle sector.
I was only going to have a little chuckle at the Cherney brothers' expense, really. Of course, they are twins, if anyone doesn't know. Identical ones as well. They'll say they're not. And their cars are almost identical as well. Like, see, orange and yellow mirrors. I mean, they couldn't get any closer without being exactly the same, could they? And this is what they're going to say when we see them in the expo. It's like, no, look, this little thing's just different here. And that's what it is on their cars.
I wonder what I have no idea what you could be talking about. Michael Key has dropped down the order. Michael Key seems to have had a problem on the first lap. And, yeah, he's dropped down to last position. We might see what happened to him in a bit. But we've seen McNally then leading the way. Colonna in second. But at the moment, then, despite the strong early challenge from Colonna, Alex, it looks like he's actually dropping into the clutches of the two Momo cars. Jack McIntyre, P3, Steve Hefford in 4th position. Then you've got the Anwar Smith, who won the championship a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, I mean, in just one straight, he catches the gap up. And I think that's the power of the slipstream. Poor exit. Coming out of the turn 2 hairpin, he's going to be right under the cosh. He's trying to get the slipstream.
He's squeezing him, he's squeezing. Got to leave a space, Colonna, for McIntyre. McIntyre was alongside. And now he might get mugged by Hefford as well if he gets hung out to dry on the outside.
I think he'll be all right.
And there's a tiny bit of contact, but that was enough for McIntyre just to nudge Colonna wide. Now Hefford's trying to take advantage as well. He's up the inside into the tight right-hander, and he gets it done. That's a beautiful move by Steve Hefford, very clean. And up into 3rd position and chasing after the two in front. Anwar Smith having a look as well on Colonna, who he risks getting shuffled down the order if he doesn't make a stand soon.
That was the thing. He just that little nudge actually killed his momentum, and that's why he wasn't able to. Even though he had the inside going up the hill, he wasn't able to stay ahead of Hefford there. Really, Hefford still had that overlap, which was important. But I tell you what, McIntyre looks like a man on a mission out there right now. Super quick. And
was the former champion of the series, Jack McIntyre. Now he's challenging from the lead into the first corner. And he gets it done. Not just fully, cleanly done. Easily passed for Jack McIntyre. And now Steve Hefford might follow suit. The Momo cars look like they're really set up well for the race. Really look good with this heavier fuel load. And McNally just can't replicate the magic of qualifying, it looks like. But it's Magic McIntyre in the lead. Hefford in second. I mean, it's not completely over for second, is it? But looks like Steve has got in front. Oh, he weaves across a bit. Got to make sure you're clear. Otherwise, that's a one-way ticket to the concrete wall. McIntyre goes very, very wide. They're almost 3 wide through there. That's how wide Jack went. Now McNally's trying to fight back around the outside, gets a little bit of a twitch on. Hefford decides that he's just going to stick to his guns, keep that line, keep that momentum going, and he does maintain that position. We have only lost one car, that is Michael Key, although Jordan Giddings has had a problem. He's dropping down, as is Peter Van Gull. I wonder if they've had a problem with each other. That might be, I think that could be the case. They're down in 29th and 30th place respectively, as there's a big slide on by Hefford. McNally's on the grass, but he's going to get this one done. Dale Earnhardt Senior style, passing in the grass. And he's through into second place. That is a terrific move by Adam McNally, even though, strictly speaking, he wasn't using all the black stuff. No,
not at all. Colonna also looking to try and get by Hefford, but actually that's killed his run, and Anwar Smith in the Youth Energy car taking opportunity to pounce it.
Let's face it though, dude, right? If it's harder to drive on the grass. If you manage to get the overtake done, then you deserve to get through,
exactly.
don't you?
Extra credit points deserved.
Exactly. And, you know, track limits are advisory, as we saw last week at Stetton. As now, Anwar Smith, he's under real pressure from Alex Cherney with the orange mirrors. Oh, did he get a little nudge off his brother then as well, going down the straight? It looked like it might have just been the camera angle, maybe a tiny bit deceiving. And Anwar Smith having a look on Colonna. And in fact, yeah, he was having a look on Colonna. He couldn't quite get that one done. It's just a little exploratory peek. But yeah, I've got to say, fantastic racing at the front in the first few laps. Brilliant. And tell you who's having a great race out there is Kip Stevens. I mean, we don't, with all due respect to Kip, he has won a title in this car before, but he's not usually as high up in race one. I think he qualified 6th on the grid. He has dropped down to 9th, but showing a bit more pace in the early stages than what we normally see from him.
Yeah, again, another driver got a good qualifier in. Sometimes it's so important just to get the right draft per queue. It can really push you up, and maintain. Needs to just maintain this position. He's got a little gap behind him now, 9/10 of a second from Hedgecock. So if you can just hold on here. He's having that battle with Lee Berridge from lap 1, really, wasn't he? And actually, just behind.
Well, I've definitely
got Hedgecock going off the circuit, so dropping down the order.
I've definitely noticed though over the years that we've been covering Kip Stevens, this is definitely a Kip Stevens kind of circuit. He likes the flowing tracks, doesn't he? He likes the ones like Brands Hatch and Upton Park, and these ones that, you know, it's a lot of technical sections, a lot of medium speed corners. He seems to be very good at them.
He just seems just to try and stay out of the trouble with these ones. I think that's where he gets the good results. We've
just seen
side by side a bit further.
Daniel
back.
Bristow has just got Malcolm. Bristow in that Youth Energy car. Car 19, tiny bit of contact with the GT Omega Racing, Northern Lights Racing car of Craig Evans. That might mean that Max Wright might get through, who's the lucky recipient of winning the Immortal prize draw of the World GT Championship. So if Max doesn't know about that by now, which I find hard to believe, then well done to him for that. And I tell you what, there is a driver in this field who he might just get interested in this battle by the end of the race. Stelian Chepelevsky started in 23rd place. He's up to 12th place. A dirt pro, of course, now, Alex, on the oval, the rallycross on iRacing. And yeah, happy to say, you know, occasional teammate of us as well. And he's moving up the field with great ease at the moment. He's going to get past Lon Murray here.
Yeah, got an absolute phenomenal run, didn't he, through turn 1 there. It's going to make this one look easy. Going to be clear before the braking zone.
Costellian does run on the VR headset. I think it's the Oculus, isn't it, that he uses?
Do you know what? I'm not sure which type he has got, but yes, he definitely is a VR user.
And it looks like he's stepped up his game ever since going to that particular facility. And yeah, he's been finishing races. Oh, look at this at the front then. McNally getting in amongst the motor cars once more. A bit of a Newton's cradle there as Colonna just gets nudged from behind by Smith as he ran into the back of McNally. The two Cherney brothers, Alex, they've been so close to infiltrating this top 5, but they just can't get that one little lucky break that, you know, maybe where they can make one move and then start to move forward. They've obviously got the speed out there.
I wonder if their plan is just to sit tight for the minute, actually, and just
See what happens.
Yeah, exactly. See how it's going to unfold. They're racing pretty hard ahead. You know, there's a little bit of contact here and there, and people putting their nose.
Well, yeah, they've still got 4 laps to go, so
yeah, you know, a good solid top 10 result is good for the points. You know, and as we know, these series, we've gone on about it before. You know, it's all about big picture driving, isn't it? You know, you got to get those points to win the championship.
Well, we spoke to Anwar last week, didn't we? And he was saying the same thing, that his focus over the last, you know, now he's been fighting at the very, very front of the fields. He's been, he's definitely thinking of the championship, isn't he? But he also said he'll probably need a DNF from Tobias Cherney to really facilitate him getting to the top of the standings. And we're on board with Smith. We're looking at him there for a.
Yeah, I was looking for a rear-facing camera, ideally.
You have found one. It seems like the car's on the other side. There is a car to our right-hand side, Alex. And you can see the shadow of it. It's Tobias Cherney, and Tobias Cherney's gone through. There he is. Well, he has gone through momentarily. Is he going to stay? Oh, bang! Bit of contact between the two championship contenders. It's getting the old elbows out, isn't it?
You've almost got to there, though. That's the thing. You know, it's so tight and narrow there and twisty, and there's only really one line through it. So the minute it goes too wide, there's always going to be a little bit of rubbing. But yeah, in that sense, Robin's racing. What is going on at the front?
Stelian Chepelevsky and William Daniels are exchanging positions left, right, and centre. They've passed each other about 4 times in the space of 10 seconds. So it looked like it was a great battle. I wonder if we could get a replay of that, because it looks like that was a terrific looked like that was a terrific scrap. Like I say, it all kicked off in the final sector, Alex.
Yep, let's have a look, see exactly how it all unfolded.
Side by side through the final corner, and then Daniels.
That was it, pretty much. But I think what we saw on the event viewer is them getting, as they were side by side, sort of back and forth, and yeah.
And that was weird. Yeah, it looked like it was spread over quite a period of time, but evidently not. Unless he went back up the inside. Never mind. Sorry about that, everybody. Got a much better battle going on at the front of the field. Steve Hefford with it. Ahead of Jack McIntyre now. And McNally in 3rd. Alessio Colonna in 4th. Tobias Cherney 5th. Anwar Smith in 6th. And then Alex Cherney in 7th. Sorry, it's the other way around. Alex Cherney's actually gone up to 5th.
Colonna.
Colonna and McNally. Not a lot of space given, but enough. Good work, and Alex Cherney might sniff a move on Colonna here. Let's see from the iRacing blimp how close this battle for the lead is. Yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. This is the battle for the lead, and there are 9 cars involved in it. With just probably 2 laps to go.
A battle box can't handle it. It's only catered for 6 battling at one spot. It just goes to show how close they are. Just crazy.
Look at that, though. Almost evenly spaced out as well. The closest battle, it looks like, down the straight is Anwar Smith under pressure from Tobias Cherney. And into... I never know whether it's turn 3 or turn 4. It's an American track, so it's going to be something silly, isn't it? It's not going to be what we think it is.
No, yeah, exactly.
So...
It's probably 2A for all you know, or B.
Smith keeps it, and
car somewhere.
Yeah. This final sector's this middle sector's quite tricky, isn't it? Because it's a lot more technical than they'd have you believe by looking at a track map. Because of the undulations, you know, it really is like an Oldham Park or even You know, yeah, something like that. Donington maybe with the changes in terrain. I mean, maybe it's more akin to Barber, actually.
Oh, that makes sense, to be fair.
I mean, the first corner's quite similar as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the way that the track feeds onto the main straight.
Exactly.
But yeah, this battle rages on. The very back of the group is Lee Berridge. He's in 9th place. Kip Stevens 8th. Tobias Jenny 7th. Anwar Smith 6th. 5th is Alex Cherney. 4th, Alessio Colonna. 3rd, Adam McNally. And then Jack McIntyre 2nd. And Steve Hefford in the lead as we see Carl Hardy and 24. That is...
I think that's
that is Carl Hardy. And number 4, sorry, Jamie Ayres. Going through. Sorry about that. I'll get my words out.
The battle ahead was Murray and Delmont as well. They were exchanging positions at exactly the same time. Delmont trying to come back.
Bit of a quiet race for Delmont, actually. Started in 17th, and he's up to 12th.
Yeah, 5 places. You know, I'd still be happy that on first race of qualifying counts. Usually, you know, you expect people just to kind of stay where they are and the gaps just to spread out. So to move up 5 spots, that's good. You know, that's kind of my goal in BSRTC. You know, I like
getting some few players.
Yeah, exactly. You know, 5 to 7 spots is kind of like my goal. I think I'd say that was a result.
Oh, the checkered flag is out, Alex.
Indeed, it is. We haven't quite. Yeah, they haven't quite made it across the line. It was going to be close, but yeah, here's Hefford. So
the first win of the day goes to Steve Hefford from 4th on the grid. He takes the win from Momo Racing. Jack McIntyre 2nd, Adam McNally 3rd, Alessio Colonna 4th. And Alex Cherney in 5th, Tobias Cherney 6th, Anwar Smith 7th, Kip Stevens, Lee Berridge, and Stelian Chepalewski in 10th. He might be a factor in the reverse grid results. Just looking down the order, close battles, Max Wright, Daniel Bristow. They've just come across. And yeah, just the rest of them filtering in. There's just a handful of drivers still to finish the race. It is fairly close down there, but Adam Hedgecock is the unlucky man who's going to be the last of the runners. We only lost 1 car, actually. It says Lundgren and Knowles are out. I don't think they even started the race, so Adam Hedgecock trundling over the line in 30th place. Well, he won't be so happy about that, but, you know, he did score some points, and he will have the reverse grid potentially. It might be kind to him.
You know, that's the important thing, isn't it, sometimes? I mean, again, I like to try and go for a couple of places away from the bottom, as you're more likely to get in, but you never know what I might spin. Bosh. Oh! Don't think they meant to do that.
Speaking of which, bit of contact there, but no problems. Yeah, let's take you through then the results around 1 of the evening here at Mid-Ohio. It was a very, very good battle at the front, very, very closely fought. Steve Hefford takes the win then over Jack McIntyre. Adam McNally 3rd, Alessio Colonna 4th. Then the 2 Cherneys, then Anwar Smith, then Stevens, Berridge and Chepalewski, the top 10. Looking down the order, we see Ryan Walker, he managed to win a race last week, 16th. And then nearer to the back of the field, we'll see Malcolm Wright, Marco Barbanera, did finish the race. 4 positions game for him. Chris Farish, Pete Van Gool and Adam Hedgecock, they were the last 3. So if we do get a full or thereabouts, then those 3 gentlemen might be in with a shout.
Absolutely. Well, let's see what we're going to do with in terms of the wheel. We'll give it a spin.
See what happens.
And in typical fashion, there we go. Thought for a minute it wasn't going to come up. I was like, what's going on here? So, right, let's give it a spin. A decent one. Could be a small one. It's going to be. Pretty sure I can't see it making it to -4. No, 15th. So, very small one.
So, 15th is going to be Carl Hardy.
Yeah.
So, he'll be on pole position with Jamie Ayres alongside him, Lon Murray 3rd, Adam Delmont 4th, and William Daniels will be starting in 5th. We look forward to seeing how that pans out when we return here on Apex Racing TV. Still 3 more races to go in the BSR MX5 Cup. Stay with us.
chair of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMary at the line. chair of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Would it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMary at the line.
Welcome back to Mid-Ohio and the BSR MX5 Cup. Andrew Woodhouse and Alex Simpson here with all the action. This is going to be round 2 of the evening. We're almost at the midpoint. And, well, Alex, the reverse grid was a very small one. It's put Carl Hardy on the front row. Can the AM driver get it done? Well, it's going to be tough because Jamie Ayres is alongside him, and we know he is one of the quickest men in the series.
Yeah, very tough. And Stellion's in 6 as well. So, you know, we've got some quick guys kicking around there as well. So, going to be very, very interesting to see if he can sort of run away. What he needs is a big Goliath battle in, like for 1 or 2 laps that he can then just jump away from.
Yeah, definitely. He's improved a lot recently. Hardy's he's definitely getting on the pace now. 15th place in the first race was a good result. Can he better it in race 2? He'll be hoping so.
So many people starting from the pit lane though. Look at them all coming up on the bottom of your screen.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Green light is on. You can see them on the right-hand side. Hardy's start wasn't the best. Actually, Ayres might already be in the lead through turn 1. Well, they're side by side for now, but Ayres does indeed take the lead, Alex, straight away. So all that talk before the race already rendered useless, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. He got a fantastic start, didn't he? And just carried the momentum around turn 1. It's clear in the braking zone. Lawn Murray actually having a little look on Hardy now. Delmont's right there as well. Stellion's up a place already to 5th. Berridge looking like he's trying to get it. It's Daniels who's dropped down a couple of places, so not a good start for Daniel.
Well, what Stellion needs, what Carl Hardy needs to do is not let that losing the lead get him down. He needs to try and finish as high as possible, and he could still get a top 10 here easily if he just keeps it clean. It's not the easiest track to overtake on. You can see them getting 2 and 3 wide in the middle of the field. Steve Hefford and one of the RSO cars pretty close in, and you can see there's a little bit of a spread in the field. Anthony Jacobson's had a problem. He's dropped down to 27th. Don't know what's happened to him, but we're about to complete the first lap, and it's Jamie Ayres in front, but he's only 1/4 of a second ahead of Hardy, so it was a 1/4 of a second. It's now gone out to 1.1 seconds. What happened now? I think that was my screen going a bit funny. But yeah, Jamie Ayres takes the first lap, and we'll see what everyone else can indeed do in pursuit.
This battle here, Stellion, isn't it, trying to go around the outside of Delmont. So we didn't see too much of Delmont in the last race, but I feel like he might feature well this time. Really making Stellion work for this place, that's for sure.
He's a tough cookie and a quick driver. See what he's able to do, Adam Delmont. We're on board with the Bulgarian Stellion Chepelevsky as he pursues Lawn Murray and Carl Hardy as they vie for a position on the podium. Those two getting very close together indeed through turn 3. I think it's turn 3. I think they call it 4.
It's a wily Automech car just appears to the right.
Well, Chepelevsky is a wily veteran himself, and he gets through and off onto the grass is a Youth Energy, and that is that Delmont on the grass? I think it's Delmont on the grass, but McNally is now off as well, and that looks like Alex Cherney who's gone with him.
Yeah, you're right. It was Delmont. Sorry, I picked the wrong Youth Energy that was dropping down the order. So problems for that
but
team.
There were two,
yeah.
There were 2 off at once. I wonder if we can get a replay of that and see exactly what happened there. But that is, that is problems for Youth Energy. All seem to happen at once. Let's have a look then. Adam Delmont through Thunder Valley.
I think that's afterwards, isn't it?
Well, that's afterwards. He's been off again, hasn't he? He was off. Well, he was just off onto the grass here as well. So it's the previous one.
This is the one we're after. Oh, look, it's just that touch for Berridge, isn't it? And he has to. He has to sort of put a bit of opposite lock in. And
then in the background, you see it there.
That was the other one, yeah.
You see Alex Cherney and Adam McNally going off. That's the aftermath of that. They just look like they got stuck together. I don't know about anything else, but yeah, they went down. Anwar Smith up to 4th now.
Rob Graham.
He's bringing Berridge and Kelowna with it. Oh, Berridge on the outside of Smith. That is very, very good indeed.
Roberts jumped back to the pits, so some issues for him as well.
Well, this is Kelowna, Daniels, Cherney, Stevens, McIntyre, Hefford and Walker all in this group. In fact, Walker's just off the group, but he might get to it sooner rather than later. Stevens cuts off McIntyre as McIntyre pursues 9th position, and that puts him down behind his teammate Steve Hefford.
Wondered if the teammates would battle hard there, but not really, giving each other a fair amount of room. Anwar Smith's made up some very good places, 4 spots up to 5th place.
Yeah, and Lee Berridge, car 44. He'll be saying they have the best fans here at Mid-Ohio if he gets on the podium. See, though, if he can make it. Alex Cherney fighting back through the order. That's past Marco Barbanera, our colleague, who stepped in it very well to cover the BSR TC on Thursday. Did a fantastic job, as I was a bit under the weather. Should be back for Thursday, fingers crossed. I did watch it, though, and it was very, very good indeed. Looked like a lot of fun out there, Alex, at Snetterton.
It was and it wasn't. It was I found it a very frustrating race, kind of just tucked up behind people, and just, you know, that you felt like you could go quicker, but just no way through.
Berridge up into third. Hardy's the victim. Smith trying to make a bit of track that doesn't exist there, it looks like. Trying to use the grass. He's been watching the earlier race, it looks like. Side by side between McIntyre and Daniels. McIntyre stays ahead. Hefford's on the grass, but comes back on. Ayres leads, and Stelian Chepelewski's up into second.
Yeah, Stelian got through a little while ago, and then just having a little look at lap times, slowly catching up. 0.3 of a second, nearly 0.4 that lap. So at that rate, he's going to get there by the end of this one.
He was the fastest man on the track this previous time round. And down the order go McIntyre and Hardy. Have they had a crash? I think they must certainly have had a crash, Alex, because they've... oh, look at that. You can see them both. No bonnets on those Mazda MX-5s.
Well,
will not be a top 10 finish for either. Let's see it.
Take a quick look at it. Key.
Oh, they're nowhere near each other. So has Hardy come together with Smith?
Oh, no, they didn't. So I'm guessing Hardy's made a little mistake, and McIntyre, he's just had nowhere to go. Bosh.
I wonder if Hardy had a bit of assistance, because he was right with Anwar Smith. They were side by side. That remains to be seen. But Alessio Colonna's going down to 13th place as well. What's happened to him? He was up in the top 6. I wonder if he's had a spin, because there's no damage on that car. Let's have a look. He was in amongst Smith and Cherney. So Colonna pulls out of the slipstream.
Oh, he just gets a little nudge from behind.
Luckily, that gravel trap is massive.
Yeah.
So he does get away with that, Alessio Colonna. He will live to fight another day. He's down behind Craig Jones and Lon Murray at the moment.
Ayres stepped it up. Well, I don't actually think Ayres stepped it up. I think it's just a slower lap from Stelian that time. We've been able to close up 1.86 seconds behind. Just outside the slipstream, I think.
Yeah, fastest man on the track that last time round was actually Peter Van Gool in 19th place, 1:34.08. Van Gool started 29th after having an incident in race 1. So it's Ayres, Chepelewski, Berridge, Anwar Smith, Cherney, Hefford, Stevens, Walker, Daniels and Barry. That's the top 10.
It's a lot closer, just a second to go, but I feel like Hedgecock is going to get a run on Scott Malcolm here.
Yeah, this is for 15th place. Malcolm in the Automate Knockhill, Hedgecock in the Boosted with Savage Gaming.
On the outside,
around the outside.
Got that overlap. That's the all-important thing. Stops the car from turning in. Now he needs to get a good drive off here, otherwise Malcolm should still be able to hold the line. Oh, he can't quite do it. That's good from Hedgecock.
It's just using that momentum, isn't it? We see this in this car and in the not so much in the Kia Optima, but a little bit. We see momentum being the king. Now Colonna fighting his way back through the field on Lon Murray. He just turns into Thunder Valley. He's not bothered whether Murray was there or not. But he does get past and into 11th place. Michael Barry is the next victim for Alessio Colonna, who's been very, very impressive, making a mockery of his AM driver status, I would wager, in the early part of this, in the whole season, really. It's been very good.
I will double check that in the point standings, actually, to see if he is in there, because I just think that the data file just needs...
Which way is he going to go? He's going to go to the left. Michael Barry defends the inside. Is he still there? Don't know, we can't see him. There he is. Oh, good work by Michael Barry. But I think he's going to make it easier for Colonna now down the long back straight to get through. He has indeed cleared him. Is Barry going to fight back into the bottom of the hill?
Confirmed.
Just around, he's on the grass. He breaks on the grass. He very nearly hits Colonna. We saw in the World GT Championship last night that a couple of drivers had a problem braking on the grass. I'm pretty sure he was unsighted there, was Barry Alex, and he couldn't see where the white line was.
Yeah, not easy when you're that close. So. But confirm, he is showing us an AM on the standings as well. So, like you say, absolutely doing justice to his class right now.
Saying Chepelewski went off, but I think it was just a brief visit to the grass. Still some personal best being put in out there on the track. Ryan Walker, Kip Stevens, Alex Cherney sitting there fastest laps of the race. Jamie Ayres had just done his personal best first and second sectors on that previous lap. Didn't quite have a great last sector, but still a good lap. 34.07. Chepelewski 34.04. Chepelewski was the fastest man out there just by a fraction.
I think Heffer's about to get a run here as well, isn't he? Looking at this on Cherney. It's Tobias Cherney ahead of him.
Yeah, they're very, very close here. There's not a lot of space between them. Cherney's got the high ground, Alex, but I feel that Hefford's going to have this momentum around the outside, and then this is the corner where really you don't want to be on the outside. No,
exactly. And actually, Tobias not really fighting that. He had the opportunity to stay around the outside there, and he didn't take it. Not too
That's a great move, by Ryan Walker on Kip Stevens in the background. Stevens looking to fight back. It's very, very close to him. To the last sector then. Looks like the Scotsman's going to stay in 7th place for now.
Yeah, just took a few corners in just to sort of consolidate the position. It looked like Kip might have had a look almost straight away again, but yeah, in the end, didn't.
Personal best for Lee Berridge in 6th place, 134.3. As he closes right in on Tobias Cherney. He did do anyway. He seems to make a mistake because Ryan Walker is now right on his tail. But here's the move from Hefford then, as he sees his 3rd place from Anwar Smith. Where's he going to do it? It's going to be turn 2. Round the outside. He missed all that lovely new tarmac there, but got a great run out there. Smith tries to cover the inside. And now it's academic down into the down to turn 4.
Yeah, all done and dusted and complete. Clear before the braking zone. Stay with it just for a second though.
He's going to try and fight back, he does.
We're going back live.
Nicely completed move there by Steve Hefford. Started in 15th place actually, Hefford. Alex, that's pretty impressive to get up to there. Ryan Walker up 10 places, Adam Hedgecock up 15, Peter Van Gull up 12, and 12 for Michael Key. There you can see it. Stelly and Chepelewski dipping back in the 133s. It's quite impressive at this stage of the race to get back down there.
Man, I think the reason for that is he's very much in the slipstream now of his teammate as well.
That's true.
Just using all that extra momentum that he's got.
See a lot of green on the timing screen actually, Alex. See a lot of drivers getting their fastest sectors of the race as well. So the car maybe just coming back to them.
Yeah, I think
the fuel depletes.
That and
oh, what's that? I can hear something. I can hear some. Can you hear that? Oh, there it is.
Michael Key. And I'm not sure who it was that got by, but yeah, Key having a little issue. Was actually he was in a battle. That's why I clicked on him actually. But
yeah, it's
let's
two
see.
position. Was that just good timing? Was it? There?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and that's with number 31, which is
Adam Delmont.
and Delmont. Yeah, looked like he turned across him a bit though. In that in turn 1, but we'll leave that one to the stewards to decide. Could be wrong on that one, as I've been informed that frequently I'm wrong about things like that. But what I'm not wrong about is the fact that Steve Hefford's in 3rd place, although that could change quite quickly because he's got some company. He's got 2 very quick drivers for company, Anwar Smith and Tobias Cherney.
Tobias is definitely driving out there with a goal to win this championship. Calculated.
Right behind Smith, that's where he needs to be.
He's fighting where he needs to be, exactly. He's just got his little eyes on his rival. Keep those points very minimal. Sort of drop off.
Effort going a tiny bit wide. Doesn't actually affect him too much going into the keyhole.
White flag is out, so this will be the last one. What's going on at the front? It's 0.3 of a second. Surely, if Stellion's going to get a run, it's going to have to be this time close, but just not going to be close enough.
Do we think they're going to fight here, or?
I don't think they are, to be honest.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it, if they do?
These are, though.
Well, that does make more sense, because the championship is at stake. Smith wants to get positions between him and Tobias Cherney, really, doesn't he? Because, a bit of contact between them. And yeah, he wants just one place between them would help him out a little bit in the championship as Alex Cherney goes wheel to wheel with Lon Murray, who might be hanging in this battle, but he streaks around the outside. Does Cherney, takes 11th place, and now we're on the final lap into the final sector through Thunder Valley. And into the final corner then for Jamie Ayres. Well, he started on the front row in 2nd position. He was in the lead by turn 1, and he's led every single lap. And Jamie Ayres takes the 2nd win of the day here at Mid-Ohio.
1, 2, 3 for Momo. Great performance. Youth Energy coming across in 4th, and then it's Tobias. Ryan Walker. What's gone on with Alessia Colonna all of a sudden? Just seems to be disappearing off my timing screen.
10th place he's got.
Oh no, that's weird.
Yeah, he did finish the race.
Showed him in red.
Maybe he crossed the line on the grass, who knows?
So I don't know what that was all about. Yeah, very strange.
Craig Jones, 12th. Then Alex Cherney, Van Gogh, McNally, Delmont, Marco Barbanera coming across as well. He's steadily improving in the car, isn't he, Marco?
Yep.
Getting that pace back up to 20th. That was good. He said, didn't he, it was a learning process last week.
It's like everything, we see lots of people come in and learn, even myself.
It's not easy, man. I did it last year in this very series, it's
jump
not
in,
simple.
And this is different mindset to any other race that you do as well, these reverse grids and things like that, And that...
It's hectic. It's super hectic.
And, I can only pull from my experience in BSR TC, which is similar, but not quite the same, but very, very similar. And, it takes a while to start picking up the results, Start of the season, I was sort of, top 20 driver. I'm probably now just sneaking into the top 10s, so... Yeah,
but I did tell you, it would take a lot of... It would take some effort, and, that's how long that's what it takes. But, I mean, I know from my own experiences in that series, when I go... Every now and again, I go back to it, and the level's just higher and higher, and it becomes more difficult to fight at the front, so... not that I ever really was fighting at the front very many times, but it's been the competition goes up as it does in this league, and I think it's a bit of a symptom of us having the league, isn't it, though, and televising the races, that people want to be a part of it, people want to get better and see their name up at the top of this very leaderboard.
So I think when you see series that have longevity, that makes for something. People want to be involved in those leagues because they know it's going to be there year after year. BSRTC. Yeah. I mean, for God's sake, they drive the Kia, but they stack it out, And
I guarantee,
like Neo and things like that, people want to do that because, they've got that longevity and that consistency and that, and drivers start to gravitate towards them and things like that. So,
well, and I
that's
know
what
we
we're trying
don't.
to do with this.
I know we don't often see like for like lap times and things over the seasons because obviously the build changes and things. But I bet if you were to put them in similar conditions, I bet this league, the lap times would be half to 3/4 of a second, probably quicker than they were
Without doubt.
a couple of seasons ago. Same with the BSRTC. It's probably more a second or two with the BSRTC, maybe compared to what it was. Because, I mean, that's an elite iRacing league now, whether people want to admit it or not, or whether people want to take it seriously, outside iRacing. That's one of the best sim leagues in the world, and you can't deny it.
Yeah, great to see that actually for this. I mean, right now,
And this is becoming a fantastic MX5 league. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
This
right
is now.
You get like Kroenke comes into that Kia. They did that 7K race.
Yeah.
He was just average Joe in there. And he practiced for that event.
It'd be even more average Joe now, though.
Yeah.
2 years later.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what I'd love to see is, a driver, a similar sort of caliber driver, come into this MX5 series and actually, do you know what? These guys are quick. I'm having to go for it to beat them. I mean, I know there's some good drivers.
You're volunteering?
No. Not at all. Right, results are up on screen.
They are indeed, and I think they've been up there long enough. They probably don't need me to go through them, so they are there. We do see them. We're interested in the bottom of the field really, because that's where the reverse grid places are going to be decided. Jordan Giddins 21st, Michael Key 22nd, Max Wright 23rd, Craig Evans 24th, Daniel Bristow 25th. And we did lose only a few cars, really. Robert Lundgren, Anthony Jacobson, Carl Hardy, Jack McIntyre, Christopher Harris, David Ayres, and John Roberts. So let's have a spin.
More this time, for sure.
What's that?
We lost more this time.
Yeah. We only lost one, I think, in race one, which is very, very good. Maybe two. But yeah, I was saying...
We actually lost some people on the grid as well. Not quite the numbers. So I think this, where it's about to land, is going to be pretty in vain. Because it's 50th and... certainly don't have that many cars.
50th is, it's probably in another state somewhere. Is 50th. So we've got Daniel Bristow basically goes on to pole. So he had many chances of getting reverse grid pole. Let's face it.
Yeah,
and,
he did.
He's there now with Evans in second, Wright third, Key in fourth, and Giddins in fifth. Join us back here after the break here on Apex Racing TV. We'll have the final 2 rounds of the evening here in the BSR MX5 Summer Cup.
Once again, photo finish here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMary at the line.
welcome back to Apex Racing TV. Welcome back to the BSR MX5 Summer Cup here at Mid-Ohio in the United States. Andrew Woodhouse and Alex Simpson with you. We've got the third race of the day on tap, and Daniel Bristow will be starting on pole position after he benefited from the reverse grid wheel. Craig Evans in second, Max Wright third, Michael Keane fourth, and Jordan Giddings in fifth.
Well, he's missed the start, so he's not going to be. It's going to be Max Wright, effectively, who's going to be on the pole.
Well, there we go. And here's the green light. And Wright is away then. So the pole sitter not even going to be in the equation. To turn one they come.
I had heard that Craig was going to miss the grid because he had a penalty, but I didn't know about Bristow. So, yeah.
There we go.
Right, thank you very much. He'll take that. Oh, a little spinner in the background.
So it's Wright, Key, Barbanera and Delmont. Then
Robert Lundgren once again involved in something. The boy gets no luck whatsoever.
Oh, I know. He had some last night, didn't he, in the World GTs? Some issues. Streaming down towards turn 4. And having a look is Jordan Giddings for NLR. GT Mega Racing. And the outside, oh, it's contact. It's contact. And off goes one of the Momo cars. Someone's on the grass. Might be Michael Barry, actually. Oh no, there's Michael Barry. He's just rejoining the course. So it was someone else in the background that seemed to fall foul. It might be Van Gool, actually. Alex looking at it. He's at the back of the field.
No, he was another
Jones.
one.
Jones it is. Craig Jones who's gone to the pits. Sorry.
Yeah, Van Gogh was another that had to start from the pit lane.
Can happen on the first lap there though, can't it? Oh, bash! Oh, and round goes Michael Key. It's the second race in a row that Key has ended up having a spin as a result of some contact. Max Wright leading the way then. Great break by Max Wright. Terrific first lap, 1.5 seconds. Oh, and Adam Hedgecock spun.
Oh,
he might have been crashed into by... oh, big crash. Big crash. That's William Daniels. Cologne's involved in it as well, it looks like.
There's a lot of damage. I think that
where the heck did that start? It looked like Steve Hefford was involved as well.
I think we do need to take a look at that one back. Substantial enough. Affected a lot of people.
Oh, it's Hedgecock got into it with
one of the RSA cars.
Alex Cherney it was. And that ended up collecting Hefford. And then they just flew around the corner. Be interesting to see that actually from on board with Daniels. If we can get that, just to see whether he was unsighted or not. Of the car stuck stuck in the middle of the course.
Can't find Daniels. William Daniels, right. Okay, let me try that again.
Oh, it was Cologne actually. It wasn't necessarily Daniels. It was actually Cologne who was side by side with Daniels. So they went through turn 1 side by side. I imagine we're going to see there's absolutely nowhere for them to go. And there it is. Yeah, Cologne. Oh, he was already committed to his line. Oh, now unfortunately the Italian is out. Not a lot he could do there. In fact, we might as well stay on board. Actually, might as well take us through a lap with Jordan Giddings, who's in second place.
Yeah, well, we just exited turn 1. Obviously, the ideal line is just to get as close to the yellow curb through there. Get on the power, and you get it, and then into turn 2, the hairpin here. So many lines you can take, and it looks like Jordan has decided to triangle it off. Others will just use that nice new tarmac and have a slightly wide line in and straighten the exit off, while others will just take the traditional apex there. And to be honest, I don't even know which one the quickest
Not much difference, is there? No,
not at all. Into turn 3 or 3B or whatever it might be. And again,
he misses it.
Yeah, missed the apex by quite a while, and now he's struggling in the uphill left.
Yeah,
hand up, which drops away. The car does get a little bit light even there, and the MX5 got enough power just to get the rear. He's just constantly chasing the apex here because of that
too much understeer
at the start of the sector, and into this right hand. And again, the car can be a little bit touchy here when you come over the crest. You can just hear the revs ramp up as he drops there, and then into this fast left-hander here for the penultimate corner. Again,
he loses it!
Too much speed.
Oh, he's kept
on
it though.
board.
Oh, look!
Place to McNally, and yeah, through the final corner. You just want to open that up so you can go onto the power, and yeah, I have to say that's probably not how to do a lap around Mid-Ohio. Sorry,
no, it probably isn't. But a good effort nonetheless. He's still in third place though, having said that. So if he can gather it all up, he's got a good chance because the top 5 are away and clear after 3 laps. He's having a look actually at McNally into the hairpin, but here's Scott Malcolm and Jamie Ayres going into battle. In fact, that's not much of a battle at all. In the end, Ayres goes through. Much later on the brakes, here's Walker. McIntyre cutting the grass on the exit of the hairpin. And here's Stelian Chepelewski as well. He's going to give him a helpful nudge. Does he know that Ryan Walker's there though? Just now.
Well, there is some position changes going on further ahead though. We'll try and see if we can pick them back
goes.
up.
Here goes McIntyre up the inside into 4 or 3, whichever the hell one it is. Walker maintains it. McIntyre's on the grass. Good battle in here. Lon Murray and Jamie Ayres having a battle as well, just in front of these. You can see it there.
See, this is for the this is third place. This was Delmont making moves past Jordan Giddings. Good on the brakes, very
late.
Yeah, very firm. Got it done. Nice.
Very late on the brakes, but very controlled from Adam Delmont. And now, that's Cherney. That's Alex Cherney up close and personal with Giddings now. Max Wright's done a slow lap at the front. Alex is lost at 1.5 seconds actually, and now McNally's right with him. He was 2 seconds clear, was Max Wright before this lap. Just a bad lap for him. There's no way that's his pace. Tobias Cherney set the fastest third sector of the race so far on the previous lap, as he's improved up to 12th position.
Pretty tasty there as well, you can see, but we need to keep an eye on this for the lead.
Here we go then. McNally trying to go around the outside of Wright. Wright will have the high ground as we've seen. Brakes on the inside, chucks it in. Nicely done. He can't quite get clear. And that's the corner where you really don't want to be, as we've said a couple of times tonight, on the outside. As it manifests itself with Wright dropping down to second place. But it was a good battle, it was a good fight. Now he's in the clutches of Delmont, who hasn't got rid of Jordan Giddings yet.
Like I say, the top 5 still got this little advantage. Smith is leading up the second group, 2.5 seconds.
Oh, Wright's off the track.
Well, it's gone from bad to 5th for him. Bad for worse, doesn't it, this lap? And what that has done is instantly closed this group up as well behind there, a second behind now. So you can see Smith has joined the battle.
I wonder if he cooked the tyres on the previous lap, and he had a slow lap.
Could have done. Maybe that's what it was, a little slide or something like that, and it's just caused him all sorts of problems. Who was that sticking their nose out? I think it was Stelian. It was, yeah, Stelian looking at a move on Scott Malcolm. Gets it done. Oh, almost 3 wide there. As Tobias getting a little brave, wanting to make some moves. You can see Anwar Smith, who's already up 16 spots in 6, needs to get it done.
Yeah, Smith's had a storming first 4 laps, 5 laps, sorry, we're on lap 6 now. Cherney on the inside of Malcolm. Into 3, I'm going to call it 3. Into 3. Malcolm now under pressure from another Scotsman, Ryan Walker. Walker tries to take the long way around, can't quite do it. His teammate Lee Berridge is behind him. Max Wright is off again! And this time there's damage to the front corner. Yeah, problems for Max. Like I said, just too much in the end. That's a shame. He had a good opportunity for a good result here. We didn't see the mistake that cooked the tyres, but that's what we think it was. And then he's had a contact with a barrier, it looks like. It's such a shame for him. Such a promising start. Great first lap. It was the first lap of dreams, was that. 1.5 seconds clear. After getting the pole position inherited. Made good use of it, but hasn't done since, unfortunately. Stallion Chepelevsky, fastest man out there on that previous lap. In fact, no, that's a lie. Jack McIntyre was 134.8. Fastest first sector of the race as well by McIntyre. Ayres now side by side with Murray. Cherney makes a visit to the grass.
2 separate battles.
Oh, wow. Well, this is for the final spot on the podium. Alex and Cherney. Giddings fighting back. We saw him. Oh, bash! Bit of contact. Cherney saves it. And now he's running to Smith slightly. Stevens now on the inside of Anwar. Oh, Smith toughs it out. Nicely done. Great battle going on.
Was a good battle. Bit aggressive, if I'm honest.
Yeah. It's funny though, we went on board with Jordan and he had probably the worst lap of his life probably on that one, in terms of how scruffy it was, and then since then he hasn't dropped down at all, really. Been fighting off some stiff competition, literally fighting off Alex Cherney there.
Yeah, the Youth Energy boys at the front checked out now, really, haven't they? Just trying to get past so he can join them, really, for 1, 2, 3.
And I'm doubting
racing so far tonight. So
yeah, I doubt that it's going to be there's going to be much of a battle up front between McNally and Delmont. And it's not being funny, but why would you? You got a 1-2 finish in the can.
Dead cone.
Here comes the third element of that, and here comes Kip Stevens, car 3.
That was good.
Sending it up the inside, and Giddings onto the grass. See a Momo racing car, Jamie Ayres with some damage in the background. And well, we'll see. This could all kick off here as we go down the hill once more. Anwar Smith defends the inside from Kip Stevens. Stevens just inches away. I just can't drive that close to people, I'll be honest with you. I just can't do it. I find great respect for drivers who can do that without contact. Kip Stevens still maintains 4th place, 2 times BSR TC champion. Of course, if you're new to the broadcast, the problem for Jamie Ayres is all over the place. He's lost a position to Murray.
Yep, around the outside, Murray. I think it all depends whether you're comfortable letting the driver ahead sort of spot your braking. You know, you see the braking lights and you get on the brakes yourselves. Because when you're that close, you can't often see your braking mark.
Murray's off! Just looked like he locked up there, Murray. Just went straight on. Straight on and off. I don't know if you can lock up in these MX5s, but
I'm sure you can.
If they have ABS or not, but Murray went straight on there, and off goes. Oh, off go quite a few actually. That's the mock cone's dead.
Yeah, there's a few different line there.
They done to you, boys. Here's a McIntyre.
They'll play to the marshals. They'll be out there putting them back. Don't worry.
They'll be back next lap. That's it.
Some poor fool's job.
The grass will be back to normal next lap as well.
Oh, I don't know if the grass returns to normal. I think the grass does retain its.
Actually, well, somebody's. Yeah.
See? There you go.
I must admit, I hadn't done extensive testing on that.
Yeah.
Of course, Tobias Cherney.
Yeah.
And he got a slight nudge from Jamie Ayres, it looked like.
Yeah. I think that's aggressively fair defending there, I think, to be fair.
Yeah. So Michael Key's crashed.
He's had a mare of a night, hasn't he?
He's at least been off the track. He's way down the order now, 27th
couple
place.
Of races, I think, in a row. He's in their shoes.
Might have Marco for company soon, actually. Marco's not had a great one. Down 22 places for him.
1, 2, 3 then for Youth Energy.
By the way, Alex, as well, Daniel Bristow did start the race, and he has got into 25th, but that's as far as he's going to go, it looks like.
That's good going, you know, and I will bring him up on screen because
He started from the pits.
yeah, exactly. It's not easy when you're starting from the pits. Yeah, he's got himself into a position with, of course, one more race, 25th. You know, he could get a reverse.
Well, I say this is far he's going to get. He's 7 seconds. He's 8 seconds behind Chris Farish, and he's lapping a couple of seconds.
There's only 2 laps to go, so
Quicker, but yeah, who knows?
He's looking for a mistake, and there is a mistake on the background there. I don't know who that was. Who was spinning around?
David Ayres, I think. Well, I think it was David Ayres. Somebody's down to he's down to 19th. I think it is Ayres. But even on the penultimate lap, this is the battle for just outside the top 10. Actually, Berridge, Malcolm, and Murray. Yeah. Here comes Murray.
A little scrap. Nothing between them at the minute.
The Berridge all the way around the outside. Well, we know he's got little nerf on Malcolm.
Those little nerfs.
Oh, Malcolm's lost it. I wonder if that's broken the suspension, Alex.
Yeah, it could well be. Those little nerfs are the worst. You can see the damage, and that's kind of what I had with Max Wright.
The Thursday.
Yeah, so it was a tiny little touch, you know, but it absolutely destroyed my suspension, and of course he disqualified himself. So, yeah, just
not good for either of you.
No, it was a bit of a disaster for both of us, really. So, but yeah, it's just the way it can go. And sometimes, you know, the big smashes up the butt are fine.
Yeah,
those little ones can cause so much damage.
White flag is out. Final lap. And Adam Delmont set his personal best lap of the race, actually. But as you said before, it's probably because he's tucked up in the slipstream. Speaking of tucked up in the slipstream, got Kip Stevens and Alex Cherney monstering Anwar Smith and into the keyhole. Oh, look at McIntyre! Where did he come from?
Surprise!
Now, is he going to stay there? That's the question. Is Alex Cherney... Oh, you can hear McIntyre's car. There it is! He's gone all the way around the outside. And can he get Stevens as well? Can he even be challenging Anwar Smith into the braking area, Alex? It could be 3 wide here.
Yeah, very much so.
We had the best seat in the house. McIntyre! Surely he can't get them all.
No, he can't. Just the 2.
He might not even get 1. Depends how good Cherney's exit is.
Oh, Stevens good though. He's got it covered off. And actually, yeah, Cherney now using the track to his advantage. He's going to have the inside.
Oh, no, he isn't.
No, he just slots in.
Oh, just about clear, wasn't he, though? Just about. And that's terrific. And speaking of terrific, we've had a great performance by Youth Energy in this one. And Adam McNally, who started 8th on the grid, is going to lead his teammate Adam Delmont home for a 1-2-3 finish, in fact, with Anwar Barrow-Smith in 3rd. Here comes McNally. He takes the checkered flag at Mid-Ohio. He takes round 3 of the evening in the BSR MX5 Cup. It's going to be close behind. It's going to be Smith. Just 3 seconds, actually, between...
Oh, that was close, between Hefford and Berridge. Berridge just getting that one.
Just 3 or 4 seconds between Smith in 3rd and Tobias Cherney in 10th. So, yet again, showing that this series is extremely close. Michael Barry just squeaked ahead of Peter Van Gool. There.
Craig Evans having a bit
Robert Lundgren made it to the end.
Hey, well done, Rob. Craig Evans having a little wiggle as across the line because I think he had a penalty as well. So to finish 19th.
That's not bad.
Very, very good going.
It's not bad at all. Daniel Bristow did get 25th, or he's going... Yes, he's just come across, actually, Bristow. 25th place, well done to him. Adam Hedgecock's going to come on with a damaged car. 26th, Key. Been in the wars, and Barbanera. Looks like that car's a handful as well. But yeah, Marco's going to be the last car to finish, so if we have a full, which, as we say, is fairly likely, going to be he that goes on to pole position for race 4.
Yeah, it doesn't even need to be a full, does it? Just one of the higher
just a big
numbers. Yeah, exactly. So we're at 28. So right, where are those results? Here we go.
So Adam Malley with the win over Adam Delmont and Anwar Smith. Kip Stevens in 4th, Jack McIntyre 5th. Then Alex Cherney, Jordan Giddings, Stellian Chepolewski, Jamie Ayres and Tobias Cherney rounding out the top 10. We mentioned Peter Van Gool going very quickly earlier on. He finished in 18th place. And then David Ayres gained 10 spots and he finished in 20th. And then we saw those drivers at the back of the field. Max Wright had a bit of a shocker after having a great start. And then Daniel Bristow, 25th. And then going down to Marco Barbanera, who, like I say, he'll be well within a shout of the reverse grid pole.
Yeah, indeed you will.
Unless it's 15 or something silly like the first race.
Well, let's see. Why not?
We need to press the Marco button, Alex. Have we got that ready?
That's it. Here we go. Well, definitely going to fall into the zone that he wants, that's for sure. Or is it? It's ball -1. That might not. That might be the exact opposite of what he wants.
Full -1. It's going to be Michael Key. Oh dear.
Sorry, Mark.
Michael Key is going to be on pole, so hopefully he's going to have a better race. I want him to have a good race this time. And
I'll put the refund through shortly.
We're going to come back. We're going to come back and see how he's going to get on in the 4th race of the day here. BSR MX5 Cup from Mid-Ohio. We're back soon.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMary at the line.
Welcome back to Mid-Ohio for the BSR MX5 Summer Cup. Andrew Woodhouse and Alex Simpson with you for the final race of the day. And yeah, we've had a good evening. I think the racing's been really, really good. And we should see a good last race, of course, as well. Just about ready for the start already. Michael Key on pole, Adam Hedgecock second, Daniel Bristow third. He will take the start this time. Chris Farish in fourth and Max Wright in fifth. Here we go. Green light is on. It's like a decent start by Key. Hedgecock will be drawing nearly alongside him into the first corner, but Key maintains the inside. Hedgecock goes round the outside. Might have already taken the lead, you know, Adam Hedgecock, and he has. Now Key's having to defend from several cars behind. There's a Youth Energy on the grass, trying to find some track that isn't there. Max Wright into second. That's a great start again from Wright. Up from fifth on the grid. He's really nails these starts, doesn't he?
Yeah, no issues whatsoever. He posted at the end of the race that he didn't cook his tyres or anything like that, so he just had some issues. So let's just hope that he could just hold on to it as well. Hedgecock's been quick today. He moved up and started from the back, didn't he, in one of the other races? So
three wide, Bristow, Evans and Farish. It looks like. Oh, now they've all got through there. Oh, they haven't, because off goes Van Gool. Oh, he's been mired down the order, Peter Van Gool. Oh, and round Evans. Been down. Well, I was going to say Van Gool's been down the order. What?
That was self-spin, really. Nothing. It wasn't under any pressure or anything there. Moves were all done and completed, and just
could be cold tyres first lap.
Possibly. I just always thought that this car, you know, just give you the most grip on the first lap. That was
still a little bit. It can be still a little bit dicey if you throw it around too much. Still need to warm up just a tad. My experience, anyway, which is very limited. But yeah, we're still going. I guess the first lap's over then. Adam Hedgecock leads. Max Wright second. Michael Key third. Daniel Bristow in fourth, but it might be third position now as he's having a look on the inside. Hardy and Chris Farish going to battle as well. Farish in the Union Jack looking livery there. And again, it's still going on for third place. Alex into the keyhole. Oh, and Key at the keyhole. Hits Daniel Bristow. Bristow up into third. Hardy's now up into fifth. He's clear of the rest of them. And Stelian Chepolevsky's already up to seventh. It's going to be sixth, you know. He started 19th on the grid.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. 13 spots already.
Just one lap and one corner. Sorry, two corners. Cheppy with the Momo Racing car.
In that situation, you just got just pick a lane and just hope that you gain some spots, I think.
It's tough, man. I mean, I know the most recent meeting that I did, we were at Motegi, and it's a bit wider than this, and off goes David Ayres, I think, maybe onto the grass. Alex Cherney's fighting with, Tobias Cherney's fighting with one of the Ultimate Knock Hills. I think Scott Malcolm, and Steve Hefford trying to get past Farish now for 8th place, and he has done that. He's going to go around the outside in Thunder Valley. Makes it stick. It's all bottling up behind Chris Farish now in this final sector. McIntyre's in there, so is Anwar Smith, car 88. 9 positions gained from 24th to 15th. Adam Hedgecock with the lead then over Max Wright. Wright was quicker on that lap though. He's got the gap down to 0.3 of a second, so it's going to be very close. Going into turn 2, I don't think Wright's going to have a look here, but he might set him up for end of the back straight, and Hedgecock goes a bit wide. That's not exactly what you want. Wright's level with him now. Good speed, good traction off that corner by Max Wright, car 9. He's going to have the high ground as well for the right-hander at the end of the straight. Is Adam Hedgecock going to fight it for the lead? He's not able to. Max Wright's through. Good stuff. Chepolevsky up into 4th as well. Past Lee Berridge. Here's Key and Hardy and Hefford and Murray.
Yeah, Bristow, he's got a little bit of a margin, hasn't he? So Cheppy really's got through that little chasing pack now, and he's got to catch up with these guys, but he's had the pace all night to do that as well. So some sort of big packs separated. It's not like what we've seen at all tonight. You know, it's just been one big massive sort of snake going around the circuit, but lots of little individual packs. I say individual packs. There are about 7 or 8 cars, but crash in the background.
Farish, I think. Farish has gone. In fact, there's a few of them gone. Stevens, McNally's involved. Barbanera. One of the result clothing.
Pole, didn't he?
He did need it. Yeah, I did. Oh no, that's another one. That's Berridge. That's Lee Berridge around. Michael Barry was involved. David Ayres is. Oh, David Ayres was out anyway, I think. That's the previous lap. So yeah, that all kicked off. I wonder how that started. But we'll see that in a minute, because Max Wright and Adam Hedgecock battling for the lead. And they've got Daniel Bristow in there as well, the man who should have been starting on pole in race 3. Had to take a penalty, got up to 25th, and as such got a favourable starting position, exactly where he started in 3rd. Good scrap, this. Adam Hedgecock setting Max Wright up. He's doing the long setup, isn't he, through this middle sector, which he can do over 4 or 5 corners to get a good run out of there and towards Thunder Valley and towards the final corners. Not quite close enough this time, but yeah, I think this battle's going to go on for some time, but they need to get on with it, because Stelian Chepelevsky's only 1.8 seconds behind it. And he looks pretty inevitable. He's going to get there. Wright goes wide, and that's really going to unsettle him and put him on a slightly bad line, but he does get away with it, because Hedgecock's now occupied with Bristow.
Yeah, Bristow, good couple of laps, really closed in on these guys, so pushing.
Steve Hefford's up into 5th as well, so Momo's good meeting. Well, it started off well for them, didn't it? Continues. Hefford going past Michael Key into turn 1.
Yeah, that's the replay of the move. Good move.
Yeah, through he goes, Hefford. And
he's had good pace through turn 1 all night, actually, and pulled a few moves off there.
Carl Hardy got through as well.
Jeez, this pack is still crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually closed up. There was obviously 2 separate packs.
Cohen going absolutely... Cohen going absolutely flying across the track.
Is that slow down for Roberts or something? Because on the inside there, just going slow.
Didn't see him, but I would assume you're correct. Oh, he's so close in there. Jamie Ayres is having a look at one of the RSO cars. He's gone up the inside on Alex Cherney. Has he got side by side? Has he got the overlap? No, he hasn't. Cherney still maintains it. Anwar Smith's having a look as well. He's interested in this. He nearly runs into the back of Jamie Ayres and also nearly gets run into the back of by Tobias Cherney. Off goes Carl Hardy onto the grass. And Result Clothing need a good result here. We've not managed to manufacture one in the last couple of races, and they both go off at the same time, Key and Hardy, as did one of the cars at the front. I think it was Lon Murray going slightly wide as well. And off goes Jamie Ayres, big grass checking. Just about gets back on. These guys are really letting it all hang out in this final race. Oh, there's a problem there. That's Key.
Someone just nerfed into the back of Key, got him loose.
And he needs to get back on that side of the track, which he's correctly doing, because if you go the other way and think, I can cut across there, you will get disqualified.
Yeah, you will get black flag for sure. So it's one of the Northern Lights cars. They were really tight to the edge of the grass there, but don't know who exactly it was, but definitely just give him that little nudge which got him loose on the braking. Well,
Stellian has been let loose, and he is right with the front two now. Max Wright and Adam Hedgecock. He's got past Daniel Bristow. Over the crest in the middle of the lap.
Trying to see where the overtake was. Here it is.
It's going to be. Is he going to be out of 1 and into 2?
Yeah, because Bristow suddenly dropped back a little bit from these.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
that's well saved though. That's well held by Bristow. Just about. He hasn't really lost any time either. Personal best lap for Jack McIntyre on lap 6. Well, Murray kicking the cones up in the background, you can see that, but now Bristow's having a look at Adam Hedgecock into the keyhole. Max Wright, though, this race has been a lot better for him. Alex, he got a fantastic start, but he's not let it get to him as he did in the previous race, or not make the mistakes.
Pace is better. I mean, it's not as quick as Stillions, and I think Max will not mind me saying that as well. But
he's looking
quicker than what he was doing on the last one. So
he's just got the consistency down, though, in this one, hasn't he?
Keep the overlap here. Can still hold on to this position.
It was a lot hotter, though, mate, in the last race than it is this time. They were doing 35s and 36s, whereas they're in the 34s now. Stelian Chepelevsky goes into the lead then. First time tonight. Chepelevsky, Wright, Bristow and Hedgecock. Jack McIntyre set the fastest lap of the race, 1:33.5. That is 1 second quicker than the leader was on the previous lap. So McIntyre, he hasn't got enough time, I don't think, though, to really get up and amongst that group unless they start fighting. But now that Chepelevsky's got clear, you would feel that he's going to pull away. But don't underestimate the power of the slipstream in this car. Max Wright might still be able to tag along and help to maintain his position as he vies for second place. As Steve Hefford going so wide coming out of turn 1. He's almost on the other side of the track. And now Bristow going the long way round. Is it going to work, though? Might do. He's got the overlap.
Yeah, he actually had a little bit of the draft for a moment. Now it falls in favour of Wright and back to Bristow. This is exactly what Wright didn't want. You know, he needed to be able to tuck into the draft.
Oh, on the brakes.
Round the outside. There's a little bit of contact. Good hard racing. And up the inside and through.
Good.
That's good from Bristow.
Very good and very clean indeed from Max Wright and Daniel Bristow. Oh, contact in the background. I can see there's 2 cars off. And that's William Daniels and... he's a red car as well. I'm not sure who it was. Is it Craig Jones? It might be Craig Jones. Let's have a look. Alessio Colonna's in there. Kip Stevens as well. Oh, and it just look, well, hard to tell from that angle. But yeah, Daniels and Jones coming to blows.
Yeah, Cherney leading this little battle here. He's got to his front. That's Alex Cherney as well. Tobias's brother is 11th, up 6 spots. Alex up 14, so doing a great job as well. He's really trying to hunt down this this little group ahead, which is Ayres and is Hefford, McIntyre and Coe. And that's still on. There's only a couple of laps left to go. Smith as well up the inside of Murray into turn 2. There's a good exit, but Murray deal with a little bit of an overlap.
It's crazy how close these 2 are, actually, Cherney and Anwar Smith. Where is Cherney? He's in and amongst this one. He's less than a 10th behind. Is he going to make it 3 wide? I don't think he is, because we can see on the graphic he's down to 2 tenths behind again. Smith throws it into the right-hander. He's got to leave that space on the inside for Murray. But he has to try and keep that momentum on the outside and keep that overlap. Murray turns in. Oh, and well, that's good driving by Smith. It's good driving by the pair of them, really, because Murray he will have had the clear shout from his spotter, Alex, at that point.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got to be so careful when you move over and just, there's a chance of that rear quarter panel just getting nicked, because sometimes you get those clears and all of a sudden the other car gets a little bit of extra momentum and you get back up alongside. So, yeah, brave stuff.
It was very good from Smith, because he obviously went into that corner being prepared that he potentially might have that happen to him. So obviously prepared for the situation and had carried that out precisely. And Jamie Ayres now up into 8th position.
Good lap
And
from Ayres
with
as well.
the fastest
Ayres'
lap for him, yeah, his personal best. Alessio Colonna's in the 33s as well. They're the only two that are in the 33s at the minute. Very good lap times.
No!
Oh, that's Ayres.
Well, that was Ayres and
It's a commentator's curse.
Yeah, we did. And Hefford.
Look at Hefford. Where's he going?
I don't know. He's having some fun in the grass today. So that's Hedgecock that's going to get the run back on him as well. So
That's 5 off tracks for Hefford.
McIntyre's moved up as well. So they're closing in on the front guys, but
and Hedgecock trying to get 4th back from Hefford. Steve with a good move there, though. Good piece of driving to stay ahead.
Murray and Tobias were side by side for a moment there as well. Just want to take stock for a second because Cheppy is in the lead. Did we see that overtake? Do I need to find that?
Yeah, we did. We saw it a while ago. Yeah, we did see it on the screen. But Bristow has done a hell of a job to stay within a second of Chepelevsky. McIntyre in 3rd. Also with excellent pace at the minute. 3/10 quicker than Chepelevsky on the previous lap. But on this lap, pretty much identical times.
John Roberts just having a little off, I'm hearing as well.
Bristow's gone. Bristow's round from 2nd place.
That's going to be on his own, surely.
Yeah, I just heard the tyre squealing and him falling down the order. Let's have a little look.
I'm trying.
Hear it. I think you've got the wrong.
Yeah. Trouble is, the event viewer moves so fast.
Yeah,
it's hard to even click on the right incident. So
here we go.
Much speed in, wasn't it? Really? We cursed him a treat. Sorry.
Such a shame. Down to 19th place.
What's this going on? That's off.
What a shame. What an absolute shame for him. Now, Adam Delmont in car 31 trying to go around the outside of Lord Murray. That's going to be 9th place if he can do it. Where's that Murray coming back at Delmont? I'm not sure, really, but they've exchanged positions. Behind them is Jordan Giddings and then Lee Burridge. Final lap, though. Alex are coming round very shortly to the end. Yeah, Chepelevsky is going to take the win. And just got a couple of corners to go, but it's been a terrific performance by the Bulgarian tonight. And he's hasn't done many races in this series, if any. And Delian Chepelevsky comes across and takes the victory for Momo Racing.
1, 2, 3 again for them, I have to say. Just when you thought Youth Energy was trying to sort of show them what they could do, Momo come back with another podium lockout.
Adam Hedgecock gets a brilliant 4th for Savage Gaming with Boosted. Max Wright in 5th. Again, he'll be much happier with that performance. Alex Cherney 6th. Anwar Smith 7th. Tobias Cherney in 8th. And Lon Murray, Adam Delmont rounding out the top 10.
Bristow all the way down. Gutted for him. Such a good run up until then.
Oh, tremendous race from Bristow, but just one corner. Ruined it all. 19th in the end for him.
Keir Malcolm close. That's 23rd and 24th. Craig Jones and Chris Fash will finish the race off.
I'll be not where any of those 4 men will have wanted to be at the end.
Been interesting.
Started in the top 15. It has indeed been a very interesting night, and we do look forward to more this week. The BSRTC will be here on the channel on Thursday night.
Well, remember tomorrow we have the Return of Le Mans series as well.
Yeah, indeed.
So I won't be able to race, unfortunately, in that one, but might be in for it.
But yeah, it will be in the it will be here on the channel live at 8 o'clock again, is it?
8 o'clock, yep.
There you go.
So crashing into each other off screen.
Fair enough. We're not allowed to show that anymore. Chepelevsky wins the race by 2.7, so we're not allowed to do much, really, to be honest. Steve Hefford in 3rd, behind Jack McIntyre, Adam Hedgecock 4th, Max Wright 5th, Alex Cherney 6th, then Anwar Smith, Tobias Cherney, Lon Murray and Adam Delmont. Jordan Giddings, the highest AM driver, in 11th. Lee Burridge 12th, Carl Hardy in 13th. Ryan Walker 14th, Adam McNally 15th, Alessio Colonna in 16th. John Roberts 17th, 18th for Kip Stevens. 19th, Daniel Bristow. Like I say, it could have been podium for him, but I'm sure he'll come back stronger next time. He was very quick. Jamie Ayres 20th, Craig Evans 21st. William Daniels, 22nd. We saw him having a bit of a crash. Michael Key, 23rd. Didn't get that result. He was after a couple of bad races earlier. Scott Malcolm, 24th. Craig Jones, 25th. Chris Farish, 26th. Michael Barry then retired, as did David Ayres, Marco Barbanera, and Peter Van Gool. So, yeah, the reverse grid pole might have helped Marco if he'd have got it, but in the end, not so much.
No, not at all. Right. Can I just take a quick second? Is it all right just to have a quick word?
Yeah. Go for it,
Yeah. So we welcomed the feedback last week, I have to say, guys. We had an internal meeting, and we do thank you for the feedback about showing too many crashes. I will say we obviously have had a new overlay system, and it has an event viewer, and I kid you not now, there are thousands of events just from this one race. So if
I drag that thing up, then
you can see
the little scrolling bar that you have at the side is very
anyone can see the events on the live timing. The live timing link is the same. It is every week as well, so you can see all the events that go on, and that's what we have to click and keep an eye on, all the different overtakes. So it is difficult for us to keep an eye on those, and that's no excuse. And the crashes are highlighted big and bold and in red, and that's kind of why it was easy for us to spot the crashes. So we took that feedback on board, and just give us a sec. Sorry. We took that feedback on board, and we like I say, we had the meeting, and actually all of the cameramen and the commentators agreed that actually focusing a little bit less on the crashes and a little bit more on the action was, positive. We had good positive feedback from other series as the evenings and the race meetings went on in all the different series that covered. So we thank you very much for that feedback. Now I want to also address the issue that came tonight. Because we would not laugh at anybody for being on pole or for whatever like that, for the context of what was said tonight. And I would not normally do this in broadcast, but it has actually cheesed me off a little bit. Yeah, Marco is one of our co-commentators, so we take a little pleasure in, our co-commentators not getting pole position. So that was the context.
Or when they do get it.
Of what was in there. Exactly. We jest and we laugh at our colleagues. So please don't take anything into what was said there. We were not focusing at anybody else apart from Marco. Yeah. So apologies if we've offended somebody or anything like that. But it was taken in the wrong way. It was totally targeted our colleague there. So, yeah. So I feel bad that I have to do something like that at the end of it, but yeah, I just
because at the end of the day, what we have to remember is, we give up our free time to bring a broadcast.
We do get paid, but it's less than minimum wage. Let's be honest.
Hold on, right? Right. So what I'm saying is, though, we give up our evenings to bring a broadcast to people that to entertain you. And to give the drivers something to watch back and to
exactly.
Try and...
We do enjoy what we do. We do this for fun,
Try and promote the sport, right? And we would never take the mickey out of a driver, for no reason. We don't have anything against a particular team. I don't care what anybody says. It's annoyed me. It's annoyed Alex. And you've got... And... When I race, I get the piss taken out of me on the broadcast, as does Adam, as does Alex, as does Ryan, Marco, Chaz, whoever it is, right? And like I said, we're just trying to do our best. I will just confess, going back to Alex's first point about the event viewer and things like that. I've recently got a new PC. I've got a new setup here, and I never, up until when I came back to commentate 2 weeks ago, I only had one screen, and I didn't have all this information. I didn't have the event viewer. I didn't even have live timing. I was just looking at the iRacing software. So I have to confess that part of the problem maybe with the crashes last week especially might have been me, because I would see all these red flashing things and things on the track map and see incidents, and I would be sort of going, oh, there's this and there's that and there's this and there's that. That's partly my fault, right? I'll admit it. But since we've put these changes in, I think it's been a hell of a lot better. And some of the people, by the way, who have been complaining tonight for no apparent reason other than the fact that they didn't listen to what we said, were some of the people who we actually listened to last week and took your feedback into account. So, like I say, we do not get paid enough to get basically, accused of things that we're not doing. Because everybody, at the end of the day, Alex, it's on YouTube. Everybody can hear what was said. Everybody knows that Marco works for us. We've said that. We said that earlier on. And that's all I'm going to say.
Worth pointing out, the guys have apologised on the Facebook chat now as well, so thank you very much.
Right, fair enough. Thank you. Because we're not, honestly, we like all the drivers. We don't have anything against anybody. We want everybody to do well. And like I say, the drivers in question, I wanted them to have a good race this time. I wanted them to have a good race because they didn't have a good race before. And, again, we don't want to offend anybody. If you speak to us, we're the nicest people. Well, you think we are. It's all right if I say that. But, we'll speak to anybody. We'll give anybody the time of day. So, yeah, right, that's it. And that's what we want to get. That's what we want to do. And we'll move on. And I have to say quickly, before the rant finishes, I've really enjoyed this meeting. This has been a bloody good meeting of MX5 racing.
Oh, I agree with that.
The best one. Just coming back to quickly, just one more thing I want to say as well. A couple of seasons ago, when all this started originally about, the league, I have to say, in some ways, the league was a bit of a joke. There were crashes left, right, and centre. There was bad everything, bad stewarding, bad adminning, bad racing, bad everything. But now, this league, this season, has been really, really bloody good. And, we have to say that's one of the reasons why it's a hell of a lot more enjoyable to cover the league, and we'll make an effort to give it the credit it deserves now.
Got a few people waiting for an interview.
I mean, I think who's there?
Marco's there, funnily enough. So we'll have a word with him.
Oh dear,
we will have a word with him. So,
should we get Craig?
Yeah, let's bring Craig in.
Should we get Craig? We haven't had Craig up here for a while.
Hello.
Hi,
Craig. How you doing?
I was just listening to the broadcast, wondering why you were ranting because I tuned in late.
Yeah.
I no doubt you'll find out at some point.
All right. Okay.
You had a penalty when you were second on the grid, so you
I had a penalty for 3/4 of the night.
Oh dear. Well, go through. That was the point that sort of stuck in my memory because obviously you were meant to be on the front row and you weren't.
Yeah. I had a quali ban for race 1 and then 2 pit starts for race 2 and race 3. I was a little bit naughty last week, and I'll take my penalties. There was Facebook rants and arguments, but I'll hold my hands up and I'd say my apologies. I got a penalty for it, so it is my fault. But yeah, no, it was all right. Otherwise, I felt like I had a lot of pace tonight, and with the pace comes a lot of mistakes, and that's what hindered me in race 4, where I thought I could have easily got a podium or maybe pushed for a win. But these things happen.
Stuff. And team in general, how did they fare tonight? See them popping in and out. They were featured a fair bit. A couple of incidents they got involved in.
I was going to say that's good, and then you put that in at the end. I think overall it went good. Will had a fantastic start in the race 1 and race 2, and it petered out from there. Race 3 and 4 aren't worth talking about for him, I don't think. And then Jordan overall had a pretty solid night, so I think he came second maybe overall for the AMs. So yeah, he's well chuffed with that one. And I just had I finished all 4 races, but with the penalties and mistakes in the last race, so not really too many points, sadly.
Yeah, it's still. I think the points have been updated as well. William Daniel's still looking good.
Yeah, I think because was it Ashton? He wasn't there tonight. So despite Will's not so good race 3 and 4, I think he's probably taking the lead in that.
Yeah, up one spot.
Up one,
Roberts moved up 1 as well. So yeah, Ashton down 2. So yeah, looking good for a run-in. 137-point lead for him. So yeah, not too shabby.
No, he's got to keep it to the end now.
Awesome stuff. Anyone you want to give a quick shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to you guys for the broadcasts are usually pretty top notch. I'm going to have a go back now and see what Andrew was having a rant about. Thanks.
It wasn't just me.
Wasn't just you, right? Okay.
I didn't start it. I didn't start the ranting today.
You never do you?
No, I normally do.
Oh, you normally do, I know. Well, I'll have a look at the broadcast. Guys usually do a top job as always. Thanks to admins as well for the league, and teammates for helping out my late joining tonight. And just finally, thanks to G2 Mega, Alabase and Logo and Stitch for supporting us through our various campaigns.
Awesome stuff. Thanks very much, mate.
Right.
I will catch you next week.
Catch you later on. Cheerio.
Cheers, mate.
Now, I guess Malky is Scott Malcolm.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll bring Adam in because I think we've spoken to everybody else quite recently. I don't think we've actually.
Well, Adam's moved
Well,
himself into the general bit.
No,
so...
I've moved him into there just
Oh, have
so
you?
yeah, that's like where I move people so that they stop swearing before they come in.
That's like the naughty channel. Get ready. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case.
So yeah, it is. It's the like you're live on. Please do not swear channel. So, right, Adam. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to the commentary box again. It's been a while since we've actually spoken to you in here. It looked like a bit of an eventful one for you, but a good result in race 4.
Yeah. Yeah, a bit of a mixed bag. The quali went well. Put it 12th, I think. And then unfortunately, brought up the rear of the pack in race 1. Didn't have a good reverse either, so started near the back again.
Yeah.
Sort of just tried to claim some places, and then race 3, another incident when running out the front, and fortunately the reverse helped me out, and had a great battle with Max in that last race there. Yeah, very enjoyable.
What do you make of the track then? Because it's quite tight, but these MX5s being quite small, you can find a little bit of space out there occasionally.
It's it's a good track for these type of cars. It's very hard to overtake. You have to plan well in advance, or sort of have a bit of a plucky move, But generally it's hard to overtake. But I think that's what keeps the pack together. Everyone's just kind of trying little bits here and there, trying to make a difference. But I think it was only race 4 that the pack really spread out a lot. Yeah,
I think that was just because there was an incident in the middle, wasn't there? I think quite early, so I think that might have been what. Although having said that, let's have a look at the list. There's only about 9 seconds between the top sort of 20 or so, though. So I suppose it wasn't too bad. But yeah, there were more a few more retirements, I think, in the sort of a few more cars in trouble, put it this way, in the last race, I think, than maybe there was before. But how are you finding the season? How are you finding the car and what you're hoping for the rest of it?
I mean, the season's going well. As a team, we're leading the Pro-Ams. We're out front in that, and I think last week we had our best ever week and finished second overall for the team. So yeah, we enjoy the racing. The racing is on the most part very good. But we just hope to continue that through the rest of the season and try and claim that Pro-Am championship.
Awesome. Well, do you want to give any shout-outs before you go, team sponsors?
The Boosted guys, as always, great bunch of guys. Especially the last couple of days, they've been absolutely bang on. They're great bunch of lads. The Savage Gaming community. I know you like giving them the old GG every so often.
Yeah, GG, mate. Yeah, that's it.
And to you guys, I know you got some flack today, but like always, I listen to the races while driving. And,
now we know that.
This is the thing. This is the thing.
He nearly bloody crashed off last night, didn't he?
It's always the same. It's I hear there's Hedgecock doing this, and that's it. I go to Jelly, and it's all over. But no,
I'll never forget because the first race that I was in, that the guys were broadcasting, I was still in the commentary channel with them, because I thought, well, I might as well get a bit of an advantage knowing what's going on. And I tell you what, when they mentioned my name, you just zone out, don't you? And I don't know, you just kind of wonder what the hell you're going to be said about you.
I think you get into that bit where you try not to make a mistake, and in doing that, you make a mistake. You know what I mean? Like you overtly try not to do something. But hey, no, look, back to the point. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. I enjoy it, and as long as I enjoy it, I don't care what everyone else says.
Well, since you've got nice things to say, I was going to say, do you think that the changes that we've made over the last couple of weeks are helping? Because I mean, I think it's given a better broadcast myself, but.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said to you in our private conversation before, there's a few things that I personally would change, but yeah, I mean, the last couple of weeks, you can tell that there's a difference in your focus. You can tell that there's it's more entertaining to watch because you're watching the racing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love watching crashes. I watch crash compilations on YouTube all the time. But it's good to see,
But you don't want your live race that you're watching to be a crash compilation, do you? Really? No.
No, absolutely. Especially because I'm in it quite a lot.
I didn't want to mention it, but
Cheers, buddy.
But no, thanks for that. But yeah, it's good to know that people notice the difference. So yeah, cheers, mate, and welcome. Well, thanks for joining us in the commentary box, and I'm sure we'll catch you soon.
Yep, cheers, guys.
See ya. Right, Alex, I think that's going to have to be it because we're nudging 11 o'clock here.
Well, I just wanted to have a quick word with Marco because it's all Marco's fault, really.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's absolute 100% my fault, and that's what you get for being a terrible driver.
See, why can you not be at the front so we need a reverse grid?
Okay, now you have to trust me on this. Race 3, final few laps. I was last, and I saw Michael in front of me, and I was gaining on him. And I was talking to my teammates on Discord, and I said, guys, I am pretty sure this one is going to be a full -1. So I have to do everything to get this pass done. And I get closer and closer and closer and closer. And the final lap, I cannot make the pass.
And you knew it. Oh,
so I turn on the stream. I hear you guys call the roll button, the Marco button. I was laughing so hard. My teammates were hearing me in the distance because I had my headset off. And then they probably heard me scream like Darth Vader in the movie, the Star Wars. No! Like this at the end of episode 3.
It is though. It is the worst feeling, especially when the grids. I mean, you're lucky it's not a 50-car grid like it was a few weeks ago, because I mean that would have been a real pain. But yeah, it's safe to say that put you in the thick of it, I guess.
Yeah, and I had actually 2 very good races, like decent races at the beginning. Third race was bad because I forgot to put my auto clutch on, so I had to go into the pits, get the auto clutch on, and go back on track. And hopefully I said I'm staying on the lead lap, which I did. But race 4, my mindset racing is always, especially in this series, is if a guy is faster than me, I won't battle him, but basically I have that kind of oval racer back of the pack mentality, which is picking off the guys that have some kind of problem or that go off, or and then maybe when I see, especially in the race 3, race 4, when I get a better grip with the car on the track, I say maybe I can go for a couple of moves. In race 4, I was sitting right in the back of the pack, last of course, but I was there. And sadly, when that old mess went, I tried to go through the grass, and I had a space on my left. I watched on the replay, but live it looked like I had nowhere to go, and sadly I smashed into someone, and that was that. But seriously, guys, at the end of race 3, I was laughing so hard. My teammates were seriously getting worried because I was laughing, and then I was no like this. So when I put my headset on, somebody said full -1, right? Yeah, I said full -1. So
yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to happen. Alex is going to refund your bribe later anyway.
Well, but apart from that, now this was my 3rd race meeting. The first one was at Silverstone. It was Silverstone, I think, the Southern circuit, and I practiced all week at the wrong configuration. So. Okay, I went to the car for the race, and I said, what is this strange pit lane? There are so many cars, maybe they put me into another pit lane. So that was wrong. Snetterton, I hate the track, especially the 300 version. This track, I learned it today. Now, finally, the next few weeks, apart from Detroit, which is a new track for everybody, they are, I think, my 3 favorite road tracks in iRacing. It's Okayama next week, and then Detroit, and then it's Spa and Monza. So hopefully I will get better racing on my part, and I will know the track, so I will go like on Monday doing practice, knowing what I'm doing, and I will try to be a little bit faster, especially Okayama. Like everybody knows that track, so it's a bit boring to say that it's my favorite road track, but it is. And I think we can expect like a huge grid for that race. So it will be important. I never qualify in the first race. I think I finally will have to qualify for Okayama because there are going to be so many cars. It's going to be massively important to stay at the front, out of trouble, have a somewhat clean track in front of you, and finally show that I am somewhat decent in the MX5.
It's not an easy car. We were saying this before, Alex, weren't we? That it takes a while.
Indeed. Yeah, we did have a little conversation about it in the middle of the race about you and the progression that will happen.
I always keep the commentary on background, so I heard that. It was at the end of race 2.
One that we can,
It was at the end of race 2.
I'm definitely going to do that next week. We're watching you.
That's it.
It was at the end of race 2. You guys were saying that I'm improving steadily, and I'm feeling that. But I feel like I can improve a lot more. If only I could, convince myself to do a bit more practice and, not practice on the wrong tracks, like I did at Silverstone, or like not racing in, having all the week to buy the track and buying the track on Tuesday morning. So which is what I did today. So hopefully in the next few weeks I will do you guys proud, and hopefully you will get those bribe money in, and it will be maybe I can put a few more quids in there so I can finally get that pole position.
Well, we'll definitely try. Marco, it's an absolute pleasure as usual. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night, and of course, you guys stay tuned in on Apex Racing TV because we have Le Mans Series tomorrow, so don't miss that.
Buonasera.
Buonasera.
Awesome. Marco Barbonero there. I tell you what, if we ever need to fill some time, he's not short of the words, is he? So
no, that's it. Exactly.
That's good. We can sort that out.
Get him in.
Mate, it's been a pleasure. Been fun.
Yeah. Had a bit of everything tonight, haven't we? So,
yeah. But I've got to say, above everything, above all of it, good racing. And that's what we want.
Was good. That's good.
Excellent racing. And we'll see you in the BSRTC. You'll be here, I imagine.
I will.
So, what do you think? Is it one that you like? Is it one that you?
No, is it here? I'm not sure it is here.
Well, you would think it's usually here, isn't it?
It might be here. I think it is here.
You're gonna have to find out anyway, aren't you? Soon.
I think it is. I'll find out on Thursday.
I imagine it's going to be here, but if it is here, is it one that you like? Is it one that you think you'd be good at?
It's not too bad. Yeah, yes, it is here. You did
used to do quite decently in the IndyCar around here.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that in the interview last week actually about it. But it will be. I think it'll be very similar to Snare-Tin, where I think it'll be a bit of a frustrating meeting because you want to get moved down, and there's not going to be an awful lot of room to do it. But with the MX5 guys have shown us how to do it around the outside of the back straight, and have the inside for the next line. So we'll be trying those moves.
Right then. Well, we hope they come off. So thanks everybody for watching tonight. I've been Andrew Woodhouse. He's been Alex Simpson. We'll be back on Thursday for the BSRTC when I'll be joined hopefully by Adam Bath. So we'll see you then. And it's good night from the BSR MX5 Cup. Good night.